Hi guys and girls, today we're looking at the ratio word questions. Okay, so I'm going to give this as a little bit of an example of how I'd approach a ratio word question and explain to you the calculations I do. Okay, but you guys still need to sort of have a crack at the calculations yourself because that's part of it being an assignment. Okay, so let's get started. The fuel consumption of a truck is 24 litres per 100 kilometres. Okay? If the fuel tank of the truck has a capacity of 648 litres, how far can it travel on one tank of fuel? Okay? Now, when you're approaching a ratio or any sort of maths word question, you're going to have two things. One is going to be the question itself. How far, X, can it travel on one tank of fuel? That's the question we're trying to answer. Okay, keeping that in the back of our minds is always a good thing. The rest of it, the fuel consumption of the truck is 24 litres per 100 kilometres. And if the fuel tank of the truck has a capacity of 684 litres, are both pieces of information we need to answer the question. Okay? And what I want to do is just draw this out. Okay? And when I do a drawing, I think sort of it should illustrate the nature of what the question is doing a lot better. Okay? So this is my truck. Forgive my poor truck. I'm not very good at drawing anything at all, really. So if it doesn't look very trucky, that's okay. Okay? That's my truck. Okay, now this truck has carries on 24 litres of fuel. And for that 24 litres, it'll go 100 kilometres. So it needs 24 litres of fuel to move 100 kilometres. And what the question is saying is if it's got 648 litres of fuel, which is a lot bigger than the 24, how far would it go? Okay? So that's the nature of the question. It's got 24 litres for every 100 kilometres, and if it had 648 litres, how far would it go? Okay, now there's a few different ways to do this question, and you might already have hit upon yours. The way I always try and do it, and it's just one of many, is I look at these sort of things and I think, okay, it goes 100 kilometres for 24 litres. This question would be easier if I knew how many kilometres 1 litre would take it. Okay, this question would just be easier because then I could times the 648 by how far I go with 1 litre, and then easy, done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the 100 by 24. 100 divided by 24. And that should give me an answer of 5 point something. Well, 4 point something probably. Okay. Then what I do is I take this. This is my kilometres per litre. So each litre it'll take me 4 point something kilometres, the number that goes in there when I divide 100 by 24. It's going to give me some number of kilometres per litre. Then for 648, it's going to be that number times 648. Okay, whatever numbers of kilometres per litre times 648, because I've got 648 litres, is going to carry me however many kilometres that gives. Okay, and with a lot of these ratio questions, what you want to find out is how much you go for 1 litre, how far you go for 1 litre, how many it takes for 1 minute. And then once you've got that, you can times by however many you want. Okay, so key things with this question, I would draw it. Okay, I draw all of the questions in this section. Okay, then what I would do is use that drawing to come up with a maths problem. Okay, and generally it's going to be how much for one of that thing, and then just times it out by however many you need. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. That was ratio word questions. Bye guys and girls.